Hey everyone, welcome back to FavsChat. Today I will be explaining episode 6 of the drama Perfect Crown. This episode is packed with emotional moments, royal tension, shocking revelations, jealousy, and growing romance between our main couple. So, let's dive right in. Episode 6 begins with Prince An anxiously waiting for Huiju to get ready for the royal after party. He keeps urging her to hurry up, clearly wanting her by his side as soon as possible. At the same time, King Yi-hoon explains that his uncle personally requested him to attend the celebration, making the gathering even more significant for the royal family. Elsewhere, Irang patiently waits for Jeongwoo to arrive so he can accompany her to the event. Once he arrives, she introduces him to a young woman she believes would make the perfect future bride for Prince An. Despite everything happening between Huiju and the prince, Irang still confidently believes their relationship will eventually come to an end after the event is over. Not long after, the Queen Mother arrives, and all eyes immediately turn toward the entrance as Huiju and Prince An walk into the ballroom together. The atmosphere instantly changes as everyone watches the pair with curiosity and excitement. Creates a huge buzz among the guests and media present at the party. Soon, the couple takes the dance floor for their very first official dance together. The elegant waltz captures everyone's attention, and the chemistry between them becomes impossible to ignore. As the music comes to an end, Prince An quietly tells Huiju to trust him and follow his lead. To everyone's complete shock, he suddenly kneels down in front of her and pulls out his late mother's precious ring. In front of the entire royal gathering, he sincerely proposes to Huiju. The crowd is left speechless. Irang and Jeongwoo are especially stunned, clearly never expecting Prince An to take things this far. Prince An then turns toward King Yi-hoon and respectfully asks for his blessing. Although Irang subtly tries to stop her son from agreeing, King Yi-hoon warmly gives his approval and blesses the engagement. The moment instantly becomes headline news as photographers rush to capture pictures of the newly engaged couple. Meanwhile, Jeongwoo quietly steps outside for a moment to clear his thoughts after witnessing the unexpected proposal. Irang follows him and pressures him to use his power as prime minister to influence the cabinet against the marriage and overturn the king's approval. However, Jeongwoo refuses to support her plan. He reminds Irang that the royal family must appear united in public, especially during such an important announcement. Even though he is emotionally affected by the engagement, he still chooses to act rationally. Later, Jeongwoo returns to the ballroom and shares a dance with Huiju. During the dance, he remembers their high school days, especially the moment he helped her after someone trapped her inside an elevator to prevent her from taking an important test. The memory reveals how long he has quietly cared for her. Huiju then asks for his support moving forward. Jeongwoo agrees, but only if she promises to never hide the truth from him again. While talking to her, he notices that her eyes constantly drift toward Prince An. At the same time, Irang also notices the longing expression in Jeongwoo's eyes whenever he looks at Huiju. On another side of the ballroom, Prince An dances with Irang. During the dance, Irang openly warns him that she will never support his marriage to Huiju. In response, Prince An calmly mentions the altered will left behind his late brother, the former king. The mention of the fake will immediately leaves Irang shaken and speechless. After the party ends, Prince An and Huiju take a quiet walk together. Huiju happily admires the ring he used during the proposal and asks whether it is truly okay for her to wear something so valuable. Prince An explains that the ring is considered a national treasure and technically belongs to the royal family. He jokingly mentions that she would have to return it if they ever separated in the future. Hearing this, Huiju immediately begins removing the ring. But Prince An gently stops her. He reveals that the ring originally belonged to his mother, who rarely gave him anything because of the complicated relationship within the royal family. He recalls how his father disliked seeing him receive affection or gifts. Huiju softly sighs and says that fathers can sometimes be difficult and emotionally distant. Hearing her words, Prince An realizes that she understands his loneliness better than anyone else. For a brief moment, he looks at her tenderly before carefully fixing her hair. Huiju hesitates at first, but eventually allows him to continue, creating a soft and emotional atmosphere between them. Later on, Huiju excitedly shows the engagement ring to Hee-jang and proudly talks about how beautiful it is. Prince An watches her with a smile, clearly enjoying her happiness. He even allows her to wear the ring during an interview scheduled for the next day. The engagement quickly becomes a huge topic both nationally and internationally. Public reactions are overwhelmingly positive. Taejun and his wife are also thrilled by the news. They believe Huiju will soon leave the company after marrying into the royal family, which could allow Taejun to eventually take control. However, Taejun still remains uneasy about the mysterious mechanic connected to recent events. Meanwhile, Irang and her father are deeply worried. Her father storms into the palace and scolds her for allowing the engagement to happen. Irang explains that Prince An already knows about the forged royal will. Because of that, they have no choice but to temporarily accept the marriage while closely monitoring Huiju, believing she could eventually become Prince An's weakness. Through another flashback, viewers revisit the night of the former king's tragic passing. The king's original will revealed that he wanted Prince An to inherit the throne. Irang became furious at the idea of her own son losing his royal inheritance. That same night, the king later lost his life during a mysterious palace fire, leaving many unanswered questions behind. Following the engagement announcement, Huiju's father unexpectedly contacts Taejun and Dayang. He promises to reach out to Dayang's parents so they can arrange trustworthy people to protect Huiju inside the palace. Dayang is surprised by this sudden concern because Hyunguk has rarely shown affection toward Huiju before. Taejun explains that his father simply hates seeing his daughter mistreated by others. Later, the family meets Huiju and asks what she plans to do with her company after marriage. They suggest handing control over to the family. But Huiju firmly reminds them that the decision belongs to her alone. She also becomes frustrated after learning that someone reached the mechanic before she could uncover more answers. Soon afterward, Huiju attends her official interview. During the interview, she confirms that she and Prince An have known each other since high school, but clarifies that they were never romantically involved back then. When asked what changed, she warmly praises Prince An's protective and caring personality. Throughout the interview, Huiju makes sure to subtly show off her engagement ring, creating even more excitement among the public. Meanwhile, Prince Yi-an reads the interview himself and cannot hide his smile while going through her answers. That evening, Huiju arrives at Prince Yi-an's private residence where the staff warmly welcomes her. We then learn that Prince Yi-an had secretly warned her earlier that Aryum was spying for the queen. After settling in, Prince Yi-an calls Huiju and asks her to visit the palace the next day so they can begin planning the wedding ceremony. Coincidentally, Huiju arrives at the palace at the exact same time as Jiang-woo, and the two are announced together. Jiang-woo enthusiastically suggests holding a grand royal wedding to distract the public from the recent hardships faced by the royal family. He also believes that the event could positively impact the country's economy and tourism. However, Prince Yi-an becomes visibly jealous watching Huiju and Jiang-woo comfortably interact while discussing wedding preparations. He coldly reminds Jiang-woo to behave appropriately around Huiju. At that moment, Huiju finally admits that Jiang-woo already knows about their contract marriage arrangement. Prince Yi-an immediately becomes upset and questions why she told him. Huiju argues that he has no right to be angry considering his own unpredictable behavior. The argument quickly escalates, and she points out how difficult it has been for her to resist drawing emotional boundaries between them. Prince Yi-an teasingly challenges her to continue pretending their relationship is purely contractual. The two then begin drafting the terms of their arrangement together. According to the contract, the marriage should last no longer than 3 years. Huiju must eventually return all royal possessions except her official title, and everything about their agreement must remain secret. Before they can finish discussing everything, Irang unexpectedly appears. The pair quickly hide the documents before she notices anything suspicious. Elsewhere, Dayang uses her connection with Huiju to settle personal issues with a rival acquaintance, enjoying the social benefits of Huiju's growing royal status. Back at the palace, Huiju and Prince Yi-an respectfully greet Irang. Huiju notices Prince Yi-an instinctively reaching for her hand, showing how naturally protective he has become around her. Irang then invites the couple to have dinner with her, and they reluctantly agree. Meanwhile, Choi-hyun and Hee-jung enjoy dinner together separately. Choi-hyun worries about the future and admits there is a real possibility that Huiju and Prince Yi-an could genuinely fall in love. Hee-jung immediately dismisses the idea, insisting that it could never happen. Their conversation eventually shifts toward Hee-jung's ideal type in men, leaving her embarrassed and flustered. It becomes increasingly obvious that Choi-hyun secretly has feelings for her, and Court Lady Jin-suk seems fully aware of it. During dinner at Irang's residence, Irang subtly attempts to make Huiju drink excessively, but her plan fails. She then starts bringing up Prince Yi-an's late father and harshly claims that he would never approve of Huiju and Prince Yi-an's relationship. Irang even goes further by accusing Prince Yi-an of secretly desiring the throne and questioning his involvement in his brother's tragic passing. Unable to tolerate the accusation any longer, Huiju stands up for Prince Yi-an. She asks Irang to excuse them before pulling him away from the dinner. Outside, Huiju passionately confesses that once they are officially married, she intends to fully support and protect him no matter what. Prince An quietly asks her to take him somewhere far away from the palace. The two then go for a nighttime drive together. During the drive, he admits that driving is one of the few moments when he truly feels free from royal restrictions. During the drive, he admits that driving is one of the few moments to him it feels almost like flying. Wanting to comfort him, Huiju takes him to her yacht and promises to show him another kind of freedom. She dismisses the staff and tells him he can relax and do whatever he wants there. She even convinces him to break some of the strict dietary rules imposed on him by the palace, and personally feeds him food he normally would not be allowed to eat. When he later gets indigestion, she playfully teases him before using a simple home remedy to help him feel better. At the same time, King Yi-hoon rushes to visit his uncle, only to feel disappointed after discovering that Prince An is nowhere to be found. Back on the yacht, Huiju takes Prince An up to the sun deck, where the two recreate the famous Titanic flying pose together. As they laugh and move around, Huiju suddenly loses her balance, causing both of them to fall onto a nearby sunbed. Huiju lands against Prince Yan's chest and quickly tries to move away, but he gently wraps his arms around her, stopping her from leaving. When she tries once more to pull back, he turns the situation around and leans over her instead. He softly reminds her that she had given him permission to do whatever he wanted that night. Overcome by emotion, he kisses her, and this time Huiju responds without hesitation. The two then share another deeper and more passionate kiss, finally giving in to the growing feelings between them. In the epilogue, the story takes us back to the night before the royal banquet. It turns out Prince An had secretly asked Huiju to meet him privately so they could practice their waltz dance together before the event. And that's how episode 6 comes to an end. If you enjoyed this explanation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to FavsChat for more K-drama recaps and explanations. Also, leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts about this episode. I will be back soon with another exciting recap. Thanks for watching and see you next time.